My name is Julie and this is Eco Conscious Adventures, and today we're making some sunscreen for the first time. I have a recipe here that I got offline and kind of went to a couple different sites to find an alternative. For one thing, the ingredient walnut extract oil, I found it hard to find that, and so a substitute I found that is good for SPF is carrot seed oil. So far I have put, it's a 1/4 cup coconut oil and 25 drops of that carrot seed oil and 1 cup of shea butter into a saucepan on medium heat, and I melted it all. And then I'm going to add, this is a 1/4 cup of pure aloe gel, and I'm going to squish it out. This is a interesting little measuring cup, splash. And mix that all together, slowly stirring it in. And the other ingredient that was hard to find that I did have to order online is non-nano zinc oxide powder. So I ordered a bunch of that, so I have it for this and future recipes that call for it, for homemade zero waste recipes. And I can reuse these Ziploc baggies. It's good to store like other things that I'm making, other ingredients that I pick up in bulk, and just reuse the bags to store them in. So it says to slowly stir, combine all ingredients, and the zinc oxide powder is less. Stirring in aloe vera gel till it mixes well. It also says at the end you may add beeswax for a stickier consistency. I'm not going to add the beeswax this time. I do have beeswax. See how it goes this time, and if it's not sticky enough, then I'll add beeswax next time. So, and there's lots of different recipes and different alternatives we can research and try online for various skin products, including sunscreen. Being that I just recently moved to British Columbia, where the summers are longer than anywhere else in Canada pretty much, hopefully more sunshine, I'll be needing a lot more sunscreen, and that's why I've taken it upon myself to do sunscreen for this Happy New Year episode. So I'm gonna come back on in a bit once this aloe vera has mixed in, because it's taken a little while. Okay, see you soon. And we're back with the aloe vera mixed in. It has an interesting consistency so far, and I'm wondering what the zinc oxide powder will do to that. It says to let it completely cool before putting the zinc oxide in, and which I've done already, and to add 2 or more tablespoons of the zinc oxide powder. So I'll add 2 tablespoons and see how it does, and then add a little bit more depending on what it looks like. Let's see what this is going to look like here. It's interesting to do a recipe for the very first time with, no idea how it's going to turn out, and videoing yourself as you do it. So we'll just see how it goes, right? And if anyone has any ideas for sunscreen or any other like homemade zero waste products, please share below in the comments. There is a playlist that I'll share of homemade zero waste living products that I have. And earlier today I did make some more of my homemade toothpaste, which was the first video I ever did on this channel, so you can check that out too. All right, got 2 tablespoons of powder. Ooh, let's see how this mixes in. Okay. Really good. It's looking more like a sunscreen texture now. Interesting. You mix it well until the zinc oxide powder is evenly distributed throughout. Alright, so I added a 1/3 tablespoon of the zinc oxide powder, and it's still really runny, and I'm wondering if it's supposed to be like a runnier solution of SPF, because I've used SPF from the store before that was more runny. I'm hoping it'll thicken up a bit and see what happens when I leave it sitting overnight. I'm just storing it in a container I'm reusing and labeled it sunscreen. So I put like a little bit of tape over the label so that the words don't rub off, and just making good use of a reuse situation, and see what that looks like tomorrow and go from there. So thank you. I will see you soon. Back next day, and after sitting overnight, the sunscreen looks, smells, and feels amazing. So that was the key discovery for me that I did not find on any of the recipes or the research I did online, is that leave it covered in its jar overnight and you get this creamy, wonderful consistency that goes on like butter. And I already did, this is a pretty big spot check. I already did a smaller spot check about an hour and a half or so ago, and there was no irritation, no like redness or anything like that on the skin. I did a little spot check here, and so I would recommend that for any new products that you're trying. You want to do a spot check to make sure that your personal skin is going to react all right to it. And as far as the SPF in this solution, it's at least 50 SPF, I would say, from the research. I looked up, the zinc oxide powder is about 50 SPF, and I did use 3 tablespoons, a tablespoon more than what the original recipe I found called for. And so the SPF ought to be pretty high with that, as well as there being some SPF for the carrot seed oil, as well as around 7 SPF for the coconut oil, and around 3 SPF from the shea butter added in. So altogether it's 50 plus SPF from what I gather in the research I did. And I would love to do a follow-up video in the summertime to show how well it works in the sun, and just spend like a day at the beach and like put this on before going to the beach, as I would normally put my sunscreen on before heading out. And if I've been swimming for a while, then I'll reapply after I'm dried up, you know, as I would normally would with any other sunscreen, and see how it goes, and then put that on the channel as well. So now I would love to know if you have any ideas of what you would love to see next on our channel for homemade zero waste living. Any products you would like to see. We've done sunscreen, we've done some other things you could check out on our playlist, Homemade Zero Waste Living. Let us know in the comments what you would like to see on here in regards to new products or things you haven't seen done before as a homemade product. And we'd love for you to join our community. We are growing, and there's a link in the description for you to check out where you can subscribe on our website for our email list and receive free monthly good news newsletter, and support the channel by shopping on the website as well. And if you have an eco-conscious adventure, eco-adventure you would like to share on this channel, there are directions for video recording and submission that can also be found at ecoconsciousadventures.com. And please subscribe, like, and share the eco-consciousness. Thank you for being the change. Until next time, love y'all. Okay, It's really runny. I wonder if the beeswax that it mentioned as optional makes it like a thicker kind of consistency. I think I'll let it set for a bit and get back to you and see what it looks like, and maybe we'll add some beeswax because I do have some.